Hi everyone, so today we're talking about highlighters, or more specifically using highlighter on oily skin. And I know that that's something that puts a lot of people off, but recently I've been talking a lot on here and on Instagram about the Revlon photoready skin light face illuminator, and I posted a photo on Instagram and a bunch of you said that you really wanted me to make a video about it. And if you want to go and have a look at that picture, my Instagram is linked below, by the way. But I thought I'd come on here and kind of talk to you about the different types of highlighter that I like, what I use, brushes, that kind of thing, and just some tips and tricks. So highlighter is basically, the name of it is descriptive. It is there to highlight your face. So you would put it on any areas that you want to highlight and that kind of the light would naturally catch your face. So that tends to be, and I'm going to use this brush to demonstrate, tops of your cheekbones. If you turn sideways, the light always catches that. A lot of people like to do it on the bridge of your nose. I feel like that can make your skin look a bit oily, but anyway. And then your cupid's bow, but kind of the main place a lot of people like to do it is kind of right here in the middle of your forehead. It's that very Kim Kardashian kind of using a more light highlighter rather than a shimmery highlighter, but I'm talking about things with shimmer today and using it kind of on the tops of your cheekbones and that type of thing. So the first one I mentioned is a liquid highlighter, and this is, like I said, the Revlon Skinlights Face Illuminator. This is in the shade Bare Light. I'm going to roll my sleeves up so we can really get down to business here. And this is really lovely because it's just a kind of golden tone. And one of the things that's important to remember when you're choosing highlighter is think of the tone of your skin. If you've got quite a pinky shade, choosing a bronzy or a goldy tone might not work. You'd be better off kind of choosing a pinky tone. I know that I suit the kind of goldy tones more. I have got a few pinks that I like to use, but anyway. So that's what it looks like on here. It's just a kind of skin colour. And then if you blend it in, it suddenly creates this kind of gorgeous luminous sheen, and it really is just a sheen. It's not kind of a glow, it's not glittery, it's just that kind of gorgeous glow, and you can see how it kind of catches just there. It makes the skin look so healthy. How I would go about applying this would be before powder, so on top of my foundation, just apply kind of a little bit onto the tops of my cheekbones and then go in with my foundation brush and just blend that in, and it looks really natural and it really catches the light, but in a really beautiful natural way. Then if you want to use something that's not liquid, if that scares you and you just don't like the idea of that and it's too much, even though I do think it's a really versatile product, then a cream highlighter is great. I've got two options here. This is the Makebelieve Enhance Luminize Skin Highlighter, and this is just a kind of golden tone. And then I've also got Benefit's What's Up. Always confuses me because of the app. And this is gorgeous because this again is a kind of goldy toned highlighter that you can just apply onto your cheekbones. I will put a little bit on for you to show you. So I'll just apply a little bit of a line like that, which looks really ridiculous, and then you can always do it with your fingers or with a brush. I usually would do it with fingers just because it's quite a hard formula, the cream ones, so I feel like the warmth of your fingers blends them in a little bit better. But once that's all blended in, you can see if I turn sideways how suddenly my cheekbone becomes much more prominent and catches the light, and it looks amazing in photographs as well. So that's a really good one, but it is quite expensive because it's by Benefit, so that's something to bear in mind. Those are cream highlighters. Then for powder highlighters, this one for example comes with this sleek contour kit, and it's just a kind of nice golden highlighter. A lot of these contour kits nowadays are doing this, and you can just pop on a little bit with your brush. I like to always use a fan brush. This one is from Blush Professionals. You can get them from lots of different places, and just tap off a little bit and kind of buff it into your face. You can always kind of, for a night out even, do a little bit of cream or liquid and then a bit of powder on top for a night out. I'm not going on a night out, so it might be a look a bit crazy for me today, but never mind. And then one that's kind of more cool toned, pinky toned, is this one by MUA, and this is the Undress Your Skin Shimmery Skin Highlighter. This is really gorgeous, and this does look really nice on lots of different skin tones. I'll demonstrate now and show you. It kind of just creates more of a almost frosty kind of, it depends on the makeup you're wearing. If I was going for kind of like more of a neutral, kind of less bronzy look, that would be a really nice one. And just apply it in kind of buffing motions onto the tops of your cheekbone, and it's much more subtle than using a cream highlighter or a liquid highlighter. It kind of doesn't catch the light in the same way. And then a really inexpensive one is this one. This is actually an eyeshadow, and that's another fun fact. A lot of those kind of mineralized eyeshadows and those champagne-y tones for eyes work great as a highlighter if you don't want to go out and buy something. This is by Miners, and it's in the shade Luna, and it's just this kind of white shade. Works really nicely as a highlighter, even if you just kind of apply a little bit into your Cupid's bow area. It really just helps to kind of make everything look more polished, and that's kind of the thing that's important to remember with highlighter. It's an extra step. It's not something you necessarily have to do every day, but if you want to add that kind of luminosity to your skin, it's really, really gorgeous. But a few things you want to kind of be aware of is to keep them away from your oily areas, so T-zone, and I always think that kind of in the inner part of your eyes here, try to keep the shimmer away, because I feel like it can exaggerate pores. If you've got very large pores as well, that's something to be careful about. Most people don't have particularly large pores on this area of their face. It tends to kind of be more in the centre, so that's something that you want to be mindful of. But if you want a kind of product that's a blush and a highlighter, because that makes it very easy as well, then the Soap and Glory Love at First Blush is great. The packaging of this is just so stunning, but this has kind of shimmer and it has colour in it as well, so you can just swirl your blush brush in it and just take it up a little bit higher than you would, and you get that kind of lovely sheen, light catching effect, but you've also got a little bit of colour on your cheeks. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and it gave you kind of the little lowdown on my favourite highlighters and how to use them and that kind of thing. Let me know what your favourites are, and I will see you all in my next video.